Section 43 of Library of the World's Best Literature, Ancient and Modern, Volume 3. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Martin Geeson. Library of the World's Best Literature, Ancient and Modern, Volume 3. Section 43. Robin Hood and Guy of Gisborne. Note: this ballad is a good specimen of the Robin Hood cycle, and is remarkable for its many proverbial and alliterative phrases. A few lines have been lost between stanzas 2 and 3. Gisborne is a market town in the West Riding of the county of York, on the borders of Lancashire. For the probable tune of the ballad, see Chappell's Popular Music of the Olden Time, Volume 2, page 397. Note ends. Robin Hood and Guy of Gisborne. When showers ben shene, and shrouds full fire, and leaves both large and long, it is merry walking in the fire forest to hear the small bird's song. The wood well sang, and wold not cease amongst the leaves aleen, and it is be twa wicht yeomen, be dere God that he mane. Methought they did me bait and bind, and took me both me fro. If he be Robin and live in this land, he'll be rocken on both them twa. Swavens are swift, master, quoth John, as the wind that blows o'er a hill. For if it be never so loud this nicht, tomorrow it may be still. Busk ye, born ye, me merry men all, for John shall go with me, for he'll go seek yond wicht yeomen in Greenwood where they be. They cast on their gown of grain, a shooting gone are they, until they come to the merry Greenwood, where they had gladdest be. There where they war of a wicht yeoman, his body leaned to a tree. A sword and dagger he wore by his side, had been many a man's ban, and he was clad in his gapple hide, top and tail and mine. Stand you still, master, quoth Little John, under this trusty tree, and he will go to yond wicht yeoman to know his meaning truly. Ah, John, be me thou sets no store, and that's a farly thing. How oft send I me men before, and tarry myself behind? It is no cunning knave to ken, and a man but hear him speak, and it were not for bursting of me bow, Johnny would thee head break. But often words thy bread and ball, that parted Robin and John. John is gone to Barnesdale, the gates he knowes each on. And when he came to Barnesdale, great heaviness there he had. He found twa of his fellows were slain both in a slad, and scarlet afoot fleeing was over stockes and stone, for the sheriff with 70 men fast after him is gone. Yet on a shot he'll shot, says Little John, with Christ his might and mine, he'll mak yond fellow that flees so fast to be both glad and fine. John bent up a good view a bow, fettlet him to shoot. The bow was made of a tender bow, and fell down to his foot. Woe worth the wicked wood, said Little John, that ere thou grew on a tree, for this day thou art me ball, me boat when thou shalt be. This shot it was but loosely shot, The arrow flew in vain, and it met one of the sheriff's men. Good William a Trent was slain. It had been better for William a Trent to hang upon a gallows than for to lie in the greenwood, there slain with an arrow. And it is said, when men be met, 6 can do more than 3, and they have ta'en little John, and bound him fast to a tree. Thou shalt be drawen be dal and down, quoth the sheriff, and hanged he on a hill. But so my file, quoth little John, if it be Christ's own will. Let us leave the talking of little John, for he is bound fast to a tree, and talk of Guy and Robin Hood in the green wood where they be. Oh, these 2 yeomen together they met under the leaves of Line, to say what merchandise they made, even at that same time. Good morrow, good fellow, quoth Sir Guy. Good morrow, good fellow, quoth he. Methinkes by this bow thou bearest in the hand, a good archer thou seemest to be. I am wilful of me way, quoth Sir Guy, and of me morning tide. I'll lead thee through the wood, quoth Robin. Good fellow, I'll be thee guide. I seek an outlaw, quoth Sir Guy. Men call him Robin Hood. I had rather met with him upon a day than 40 pound of gold. If you 2 met, it would be seen whether were better, afore ye did part away. Let us some other pastime find, good fellow, I thy pray. Let us some other masteries make, and we will walk in the woods even. We might chance meet with Robin Hood at some unset steven. They cut them down the summer shrocks, which grew both under brier, and set them 60 rod in tween, to shoot the pricks full near. Lead on, good fellow, sighed Sir Guy. Lead on, he do bid thee. Nay, be me faith, quoth Robin Hood, the leader thou shalt be. The first good shot that Robin led did not shoot an inch the prick fro. Guy was an archer good enough, but he could ne'er shoot so. The second shot Sir Guy shot, he shot within the garland, but Robin Hood shot it better than he, for he clove the good prick wand. God's blessing on the heart, says Guy. Good fellow, the shooting is good, for an the heart be as good as the hands, thou were better than Robin Hood. Tell me the name, good fellow, quoth Guy, under the leaves of Line. Nay, be me faith, quoth good Robin, till thou have told me thine. It well be dal and done, quoth Guy, and I have done many a cursed turn, and he that calls me by me richt name calls me Guy of good Gisborne. Me dwelling is in the wood, says Robin, by there he set richt nocht. Me name is Robin Hood of Barnesdal, a fellow thou hast long sought. He that had neither been a kith nor kin, nicht have seen a full fire sicht, to say how together these yeomen went, with blades both brown and bricht, to have seen how these yeomen together fought, 2 hours of a summer's day. It was neither Guy nor Robin Hood that fettled them to flee away. Robin was wretchless on the road, and stumbled at that tide, and Guy was quick and nimble withal, and hit him o'er the left side. Ah, dear laddie, said Robin Hood, thou art both mother and my. I think it was never man's destiny to die before his die. Robin thought on our laddie dare, and soon leapt up again, and thus he came with an awkward stroke. Good Sir Guy he has slain. He took Sir Guy's head by the hair, and sticked it on his bow's end. Thou hast been traitor all thy life, which thing must have an end. Robin pulled forth an Irish knife, and nicked Sir Guy in the face. That he was never on a woman born could tell who Sir Guy was. Sighs, lie there, good Sir Guy, and with me not to wrath. If thou have had the worst strokes at me hand, thou shalt have the better cloth. Robin did off his gown of grain, Sir Guy he did it throw, and he put on that capul heed that clad him top to toe. This bow, the arrows and little horn, and with me now he'll bear, for now he will go to Barnesdale to see how my men do fare. Robin set Guy's horn to his mouth, a loud blast in it he did blow. That beheard the Sheriff of Nottingham, as he leaned under law. Hearken, hearken, sighed the Sheriff, he heard no tidings but good, for yonder he hears Sir Guy's horn blow, it blowes so well indeed, for yonder comes that wichty yeoman, clad in his capul heed. Come hither, thou good Sir Guy, ask of me what thou wilt have. He'll none of the gold, says Robin Hood, nor he'll none of it have. But now he have slain the master, he sighed, let me go streak the knave. This is all the reward he ask, nor no other will he have. Thou art a madman, sighed the Sheriff, thou shouldest have had a knicht's fee, saying the asking hath been so bad. Well, granted it shall be. But little John heard his master spake, well he knew that was his Stephen. Now shall he be lost, quoth little John, with Christus mished in heaven. But Robin he heard him towards little John, he thought he would lose him believe. The Sheriff and all his company fast after him did drive. Stand aback, sighed Robin, why draw you me so near? It was never the use in our country, own shrift another should hear. But Robin pulled forth an Irish knife, and loosed John hand and foot, and gave him Sir Guy's bow in his hand, and bade it be his boat. But John took Guy's bow in his hand, his arrows were rusty by the rote. The Sheriff saw little John draw a bow, and fettle him to short. Towards his house in Nottingham he fled full fast away, and so did all his company, not one behind did stay. But he could neither so fast go, nor away so fast run, but little John with an arrow broad did cleave his heart in twain.
End of section 43.